Hello, you all. Let me fix this microphone. Come in, hit the like and share button. I hope you are having a great night, my time, night tonight, great evening, great Thursday. I think today is Thursday. And just wanted to come in with this live stream. And I'm thinking about the millionaire mindset, right? The millionaire mindset. Um, I actually had some things to happen a couple of days ago, actually Monday, right? Um, then I'm gonna be honest and straight up with you. Tested my gangster, um, tested my gangster, and I had to do a whole lot of personal development today, right? When I get in my Jeep and I'm listening to Tupac, um, Machiavelli, it really tested my gangster. So what I had to do was recognize what shifts my mindset, what gives me the wrong energy, what gives me the wrong flow, and how to then replace it with positive thoughts, positive affirmations. Um, Nothing different than what the Bible says. To think on these things, things that which are good, things that are lovely, things that of good report. And so that's pretty much how I was spending my day all day today, which is biblical meditation mindset. And one of the questions that I took time to ask myself is what separates, right, the haves from the have-nots, right? What separates people that earn 30, 40, 50, 60,000 a year? Nothing wrong with that income, right? In fact, I don't really tell this story, tell this enough. But last year, my crypto portfolio on a $60,000 teacher salary, I became a crypto millionaire. I became a crypto millionaire. Now, at that time, I could have done a lot of things as I hit my seven-figure goal of becoming a millionaire in crypto. First of all, let's break this down. You need to have goals. You need to have goals in your life. What are your goals? If you aim for nothing, you will hit it every time. Do you have goals, or are you just wandering around in life and just saying, I need more money? That's not a goal. Saying I need more money is not a goal, right? Do you want to be a millionaire? Do you want to be a decamillionaire? Do you want to be a multimillionaire? Do you want seven figures? What do you want out of life? It's always astonishing and amazing to me how many people will say that money is not important, but yet they get up and they work 8 to 12 hours a day, or 40 and 40 plus hours weekly for it, or they live on a retirement, quote unquote, budget, that they can't travel the world, they can't do explicit things. They are confined by their income, whether they're Social Security or whatever their pension is paying out, right? They are confined in retirement age that you're supposed to be free and have time to take trips and not vacations. In fact, when I was in Dominican Republic, there were couples who um, did not have to report to a job anymore. They were expressing me they were in retirement, and they said we're staying here for weeks at a time, right? And I don't want to retire at the age that my health is depreciating, where I can't walk or I can't stay up past midnight. I want to travel while I'm young and vibrant, and why I can still enjoy the trip without being overly tired, and so a mindset shift, getting your mind right, because it's not what happens external of you, it's what happens internal of you. And I was studying Dr. I think, I don't want to mispronounce this name, Emoto water experiments. And Dr. Emoto, what he did with these water experiments, I'm going to show you all the video, was he experimented of just putting positive words, right, on water and taking pictures and images of it as it froze. And he also did this with rice. and then putting negative words and capturing the pictures of it. And my question to you all, whether you are watching this live right now or watching the replay, is what do you say to yourself? What is your mirror moments? What are you saying in the mirror? What do you say to yourself? What are you saying in your private times? And I always go back to the Bible. I always teach about finances from a biblical perspective because the Bible is full of finances and prosperity. In fact, the Bible has more stories, right? More parables, more principles on prosperity. It has more scriptures on money than salvation, over 800 scriptures in the Bible on money and money management, and even more on mindset, right? What happens in your mind will happen in time, whether that's good or bad or indifferent. What happens in your mind will happen in time. And this is because even myself, I have to go back and forth with myself when I have thousands sitting in my bank account. And I always ask myself, why is this money just sitting here? Why isn't my money employed? Why isn't my money working for me? Right. And so I keep enough liquidity in there to pay my essential bills. The lost value of money is simply this principle, is that you should only keep enough money in your banking account to pay your essential bills, because while that money could be working for you and earning compound interest, it can help you gain back or buy back your time. A lot of people, if you ask them by the age of 65, what do you want your financial numbers to look like? They cannot provide you an answer. Do you want to have 7 figures? Do you want to have 8 figures? Do you want to have multiple millions? Do you even want to be a millionaire? Because what you do not want in life, you will not receive. What you cannot believe for, right? If you cannot have it in your head, you will not hold it in your hand. Let me say that again. If you cannot have it in your head, as the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he or she. You will not hold it in your hand. And so, again, something happened this week, wanted to test my gangster, something from the past, and I had to reset my mindset. Everybody has an inner voice. My question to you is, everybody has that angel on one side and the devil on the other one. A lot of times it's not the outer devil, it's the inner devil, it's you. It's the enemy is your inner me. Your enemy is your inner me, right? And so I've had a whole lot of personal development, and I just want to hit the live button, go live on purpose and for a purpose to help maybe someone else. So let's break down the millionaire mindset, developing a millionaire mindset, some principles, right? Number one, the people you associate with, right? Show me your friends and I will see your future. Jim Rohn made a very powerful statement during his lifetime, and he stated that if you are a poor person or you're struggling financially, you are to buy or purchase a millionaire lunch and dinner. And he said, don't go cheap, buy the most expensive meal, right, that you can afford. Go out with the steak, get the salad, get the best of drinks, whether that's wine or whatever that person wants to drink, champagne, bourbon, whatever it may be, right? And people that have a mindset of lack would say, why would I invest in someone that has more? They should be buying my meal. They should be paying for me to go out to eat. Well, first of all, because that person has knowledge, wisdom, and information. that you should pay to invest in. If you want to get what someone else has, you have to make an investment. There's nothing in life that's free. You even have to pay attention if you want to get information. Let me say that again. If you want information, you have to pay attention. Everything costs. If you want to be a champion, you have to put in work. If you want to be if you want financial freedom, you have to learn the blueprint of the people before you and execute it. And actually execute it. There are too many people who say they want to get rich, but they don't want to invest. And not only the mindset, but the blueprint of what the rich and wealthy are doing. I made this post on my Facebook and it said, it takes the same amount of energy to pray and ask God for a better job. The same amount of energy for you to pray and ask God to make you rich. The same amount of energy. But most people, because of their mindset and what they've been taught, subconsciously or even consciously, they will pray. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a better job and a higher paying job. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's wrong with also asking and requesting, Lord, I want to be rich. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be a multimillionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Whatever your goals is. Proverbs 10:22 states, the blessing of the Lord will make you rich and add no sorrow with it. What's wrong with praying that blessing over your life? And so, as I said, my gangster was tested this week. Even someone commented on my last live stream about Luke 16, about the poor man Lazarus and the rich man. And Lazarus was at the gate. He was a beggar. Now, just the fact that scripture brought out that this man was a beggar, a beggar's mentality. You are at the gate. You are at the entry, the access point of a rich and wealthy person. Your begging does not get you access, but yet Lazarus did not have the mindset to even ask for wisdom of how to get access into the rich man's palace so that he can just eat the crumbs off his table. See, a lot of people read Luke 16 and they don't see that. They don't see the beggar's mindset of Lazarus, which the name Lazarus translates to God help. They don't see that Lazarus was right at the gate where he could have got fed, right? And I know the Bible expounds on the fact that Lazarus had sores and the dogs would lick his wounds for comfort. But first of all, let me say this again before you try to test my gangster and test my Bible knowledge. Know that that parable, and I'm saying parable for a reason, the original version of that is from the ancient Egyptians, and you need to go back and study Osiris and where that story derived from, because the original context of that parable does not sentence the poor man to heaven in Abraham's bosoms, right? And the rich man to hell. That was ad-lib, that was added on in the King James Version. That's a major point you should know. But my point is, I can show you and demonstrate to you there was more rich and wealthy people in the Bible than the poor people that you want to talk about. You want to throw two scriptures at me that it's harder for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven. It's easier, than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven than enter in the eye of a needle. And I'm not saying that scripture verbatim. So you want to throw Luke 16 at me at poor man Lazarus, but we don't talk about the rich man Lazarus. See, we don't talk about that. Who's the rich man Lazarus? Well, Mary and Martha's brother that Jesus raised from the dead, was rich. right, was rich. And so this is the mindset that keeps many people struggling financially. They never ask God for access to the riches and wealth, for the blueprint. Mary and Martha, the sisters of Lazarus, raised from the dead. And it goes on to talk about priorities, right? As Mary sat at the feet of Jesus listening his words, and Martha was distracted. See, the mindset of a millionaire is you have to destroy your distractions. Martha had a worker's mindset. I need to prepare. I need to work, right? Nothing wrong with working hard, but you can work smart as well. She wanted to prepare a meal. And then she became frustrated because Mary was more interested in the knowledge and the worship and being able to have access to Jesus. So she gets upset because she missed an opportunity to take advantage of having access to the greatest healer, right? The greatest healer that ever lived, the greatest philosopher, the person that can unlock anything in your life that you need is right there dwelling among you, and you don't take advantage of wisdom and knowledge and access. See, most people do not take advantage of having opportunities to get the advice, to get the wisdom and the knowledge of multimillionaires or millionaires, and therefore you will not become one of them. So last year, I hit my 7 figures, and all the things that I thought I would do when I become a millionaire, I did nothing. I did not sell my crypto at all, right? This is when Bitcoin was at all-time high, 69,000. I did not react the way I thought I was going to react at all. I did not go out and buy that G-Wagon that I said I would, right? Um, my thought process was, okay, I'm at a million now. I did not go out and splurge. I didn't go shopping. I didn't go Louis Vuitton. I didn't go Gucci, none of that. I still got up, went to work, not my 9 to 5, but I had a 7:30 to 3:30, right? I showed up for work. I still wore my same clothes. I didn't even go on a shopping spree because I expected to be a millionaire. So it was not a shock to me. It was a celebration, but it was not a shock to me. I feel like the time had come that what I strategically, you know, wanted and what I strategically and put my money into. I love studying cryptocurrency. I love teaching about it. The time had come. It's when preparation had met opportunity. So I didn't act brand new to it. I didn't go to my job, as you see a lot of videos, um and tell my employer that, hey, this is my resignation letter. I'm out, deuces, because my job was very overworked and underpaid. And if anyone is in the educational system, specifically the public school system, education system, you know what I mean. So this was a $60,000 salary that I used and utilized to become a millionaire. Now, I also held on to my assets. I told you I didn't sell anything. Now, whatever your philosophy is, that's you. But if you never had a million, you don't come in and tell me, well, I would have did it. Well, when you get there, then you do what you want to do. Because I looked at my taxes coming off the top, right? I looked at things like my health insurances. I wasn't educated like I wanted to be about health insurance. I didn't have the knowledge that I felt comfortable with walking away from my job and having health insurances in place. And in fact, that helped me so much in January, because in January of this year, I got a life-changing diagnosis concerning my health, right? And I would still do these live streams, still show up on Zooms and help people, right? Um, and I would ask them how their day is going, and they was, oh, my truck broke down, or they were frustrated about a day. And I'm thinking in my mind, well, wow, how would you react if you would have just got my diagnosis? But I didn't get upset with them because I didn't make that public, and I'm still not going to make it public until I feel comfortable sharing exactly what that is. And so continue to work. The market took a dip, well, it took a crash. Bitcoin went from 69,000 as low as out to under 16,000. And I did have many, not just second thoughts, but a lot of thoughts of, gosh, I should have sold, right? I should have cashed out. But I do know that on $1 million, right, by the time you pay taxes on it, that $1 million looks more like 400K, 400,000. And that's still not a bad payoff. I mean, if you're working and with children in public schools and you feel like your stress level is so high that you need to be off of your job, and that 400K is enough for you, I won't even say that's a bad payoff, right? But I was not ready. I didn't. And let me tell you this about when you have your money growing for you, right? And my choice of place was cryptocurrency, because it can take you 7 to 10 years any other traditional way to become a millionaire. In the crypto world, it can happen in 2 to 3 years, right? And so once I study crypto, once I study where we are headed, it's not a matter of if this economy is going to crash, it's a matter of when. And I'm studying um, the Fed now system and central banks digital currency. I know that market, my portfolio, see, it's just a loss on paper. Just a paper loss. It was six figures. It was six figures. I won't say that I was like, oh man, you should have cashed out. But it was nothing that I wanted to convert my cash to at that time. Real estate and it still is drastically overpriced. So I'm looking at my taxes coming off top. No real estate, which is the only thing that I would cash out my crypto for, is tangible real estate, because I believe in income producing assets first. So I continue to go to work. I still drive a 2000 Chevy Tahoe truck, maybe once a week, my 2010 BMW, and my Jeep, because I love being a Jeep girl. I'm going to be a G-Wagon girl as well. And so the money didn't change me at all. It didn't. When I hit millionaire, that did not change me at all. I still wore my old tennis shoes to work, because I'm a physical education teacher and coach. It didn't change me. And I know it's going to come back even stronger because I still have the assets. My question to you is, for the people that sometimes post, I receive it in Jesus' name. When I say you're going to be the first multimillionaire in your family, and they say, I receive it in Jesus' name. Jesus even had a blueprint and a plan. What's yours? Right? Jesus even had a blueprint and a plan. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Are you a person that's results oriented? Right? Some other things. If you don't think money can buy you happiness, as Dan Pena says, you do not know where to shop. If you want to be something, you have to study that. If you want to be rich and wealthy, you have to study what the rich and wealthy do. If you want to be happy, you have to study happiness. If you want to achieve goals in life, you have to write down your goals and strive for them. What are your goals? Again, If you have no goals, no target in life, right? Then if you throw at nothing, you're going to hit nothing. Your level of success, people, seldom exceeds your level of personal development. And so this is why when I saw these numbers, I immediately took action on the Living the Legacy program for $1,100. It was my numbers, 11, as Deuteronomy 1 and 11 states, may the Lord thy God, the God of our ancestors, bless you and increase you 1,000 times more. Some of your prayers and your actions and your affirmations need to be, Lord, according to Deuteronomy 1 and 11, increase me 1,000 times more. And then your actions need to support that affirmation or prayer. Again, your level of success seldom exceeds your level of personal development. Living the Legacy program is a 90-day mental day challenge that gives you the blueprint and the opportunity to invest in yourself, to be around multi-millionaires, to be around people that will give you the blueprint. If you've ever read the book, Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, if you ever read the book, How to Outwit the Devil by Napoleon Hill, this is a 90-day mental challenge education course where you are going to have access and one-on-one with mental millionaire coaching and multi-millionaires, maybe billionaires. The number one income producing asset that you need to invest in is your mind. You will move in the direction with the people that you associate with. Let me say that again. You will move in the direction with the people that you associate with. Again, show me your 5 friends. Whatever the sum total of the income or the conversations or the mindset of your 5 friends, you will be the 6th person to adopt it. Now, the money you're making right now, it is a symbol of the value that you create. Some of you all need to become more valuable. You need to become more valuable to yourself, and you need to be more valuable to the marketplace. You need to become more valuable to yourself and more valuable to the marketplace. The money you make is a symbol of the value you create. Now, again, while money cannot buy you happiness, it certainly lets you choose your own misery. Let me say that again. While money cannot buy you happiness, it will let you choose your own miseries. So make sure you have people in your life that can see it for you. That can see it for you. When is the last time you invested in your mental development? A lot of times what people diagnose as depression is just that they feel alienated around the people that they are currently in their circle. They feel alienated because they've outgrown that circle of people and they need to level up. You can be on payroll at your job or you can earn passive income and you can learn from the rich and wealthy. The universe doesn't give you what you ask for with your thoughts. It gives you what you demand with your actions, people. Let me say that again. The universe, or you can say God, or you can say the infinite intelligence, does not give you what you want for with your thoughts. It gives you what you demand with your actions. And when you invest in yourself, you become a commodity. You listen, your mind, your mindset is the most infinite creation ever made. Now, I didn't say the most infinite power. I didn't say your mind was God, even though Psalms 82:6 says you are God's. And, human beings are the only creatures that do not, for the most part, that's why 99% of people do not reach what the 1% do when it comes to money and riches and wealth. 99% of the population do not reach millionaire or multimillionaire status because human beings are the only creations, 99% of them that do not do what they were created to do. Again, Psalm 82:6 and John 10:34 says, ye are God's. And most people do not operate in that because they have not invested in the mindset, people. It takes the mindset and the skill set. It takes the mindset of a millionaire and the skill set. How many people would have been a millionaire like me and stayed on their teacher job at $60,000 a year? Let's be honest. How many people wouldn't have not quit their job, not even had a plan what to do with their millions, right? Because I know that teaching kids or children is my calling, but teaching finances and prosperity and riches and wealth is my purpose. So you might ask me, well, Queen, why do you teach from a biblical perspective? Well, if you read the Bible, you will know that riches, wealth, Deuteronomy 28, I give you the power to get wealth. I come that you may have life in the book of John and life more abundantly. Abundance, these are all wealth and prosperity words. In fact, gold in the book of Genesis, gold, which is just one letter short of God, is mentioned 8 times in the Bible. And that's done by design. 8 is the number of infinity, infinite. It's the upside down infinity signs. Revelation 2:9 says, I know your poverty, but you are rich. I come that you may have life and have it more abundantly. Beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in health as your soul prosper. In Philippians. God is a God of abundance and increase. In fact, the very first 2 things God told to humans, was to first multiply and be fruitful. Again, human beings are the only ones that do not do, for the most part, what they were purposed to do. The only creature. The lion knows that I am the king of the jungle. And why does the lion know that? The lion is not the biggest, the fastest, the strongest. The elephant is the biggest, by size in comparison to the lion. The cheetah is, and the jaguar is much faster in speed. Right? Other animals are way stronger than the lion, but the lion has the mentality that I am the king of the jungle. The eagle, the only 2 animals that God compared himself with the eagle and the lion, the king of birds. Why? Because eagle fly at a higher altitude than any other bird. In fact, when there is a storm, eagles will fly right into the eye of the storm, right into it. Direct path. It wants to be in that storm so that it can elevate them to fly higher. Eagles fly at an altitude so high that they can only connect and fly with other eagles. Eagles, unlike chickens, right? Chickens will eat its own feces. A chicken will eat dead things. Eagles eat live things. And an eagle can see its prey from miles and miles away. An eagle only eat and thrive off of living things. How many times do we allow things in our life to distract our mindset, to come up from the past, right? I was dealing with that this week. I'm not dealing with that today, right? Because I don't let that dwell and in my mind and in my spirit for too long. An eagle can see its prey from miles and miles away. That's equivalent to a human being standing 10 stories high. If you was on a 10-story building and you were able to see an ant move 10 stories high, that's the sight and the vision of an eagle. An eagle not only has tunnel vision, but it can see miles and miles away. How many of you all plan to leave a legacy, but not only leave a legacy, but live a legacy? Not just generational wealth, right? Not just a good man leaves an inheritance to his children. I'm talking about living a legacy as well. What are your dreams? What are your goals? Can you say out loud with confidence and believe that I am a multimillionaire? Because if you can change your mindset, if you can change your outlook, if you can change how you make money, you will never be broke another day in your life. And according to Ecclesiastes, the Bible says money answers all things. Money answers all things. You have to shift your mindset. When is the last time you invested in something that shift your mindset other than a book? Other than a book. Do you know what make most millionaires millionaires? What do they own? What do most multimillionaires own? What do they have in their possession? See, if you don't know that, you definitely need to sign up for this Living the Legacy program. What assets do millionaires do? What is their routine? How do they think? What is their conversation? What have you been programmed subconsciously to believe that's preventing you from being in the 1%? What is your self-image of yourself? Do you believe that you're just murmuring and repetition of words that you yourself don't have the belief system or the plan to execute? See, people, understanding numbers and changing your mindset and being in a room with multimillionaires can make you rich, but not investing in assets can make you poor. Jesus told Martha, he said, you are worried about the wrong things. You're upset about the wrong things, right? Mary has chosen what's better. Mary wants to sit at the feet and learn and worship Jesus. She wanted to be in his proximity. She wanted to be in his company. Do you want to have access to multimillionaires? Do you want to live a better life financially, or is your SSI or retirement good enough for you? Are you the person that only asks God for better jobs, but you don't ask God to give you the formula or the access to people to understand how to become rich and wealthy? You can't tell me there's not God's plan for you. If you think so, go read Proverbs 10 and 22. The blessing of the Lord makes you rich and add no sorrows with it. And so with that being said, one of the things that I will tell you, and if you want to go ahead and get started there, living in legacy, if you're already in IS Global, just go to educational add-ons and add that. That starts in 4 days on the 15th of this month. 90-day, getting access to multimillionaires, living a legacy, not just leaving one by having an insurance policy. If you're not already in it, you can text, send me text CC. No, I tell you what, text me LL for living a legacy to that number on the screen to CC, not CC, but LL to 331-444. Because some of you people, the Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. It is simply your lack of knowledge is keeping you struggling financially. One thing I wholeheartedly believe in is leveraging credit, right, to create you cash flow, to create you opportunities. If I had a credit card, even if I had to use a credit card, I would do it in a heartbeat because it's something mentally that's keeping you from not only investing in yourself, but investing and being in a room and a company of people that can give you the blueprint, the mindset, and the information that you need to live a better life in this lifetime. In this lifetime. And so, up to date news, real quick, and then I'm logging off. China is has a strong attack on the dollar's dominance. Is paying for almost all of Russia oil imports. And so this is in the one. I think it's in the digital one as well. This is China and the president Vladimir Putin. Um, people, where commodities go, where this economy will go as well. And this is why, right? I have been faithfully presented to you the opportunity to grow your cash and convert your cash into cryptocurrencies backed by commodities. So one day when you hit that millionaire status, you might want to go ahead and quit your job and give your boss a resignation letter. I wasn't ready I wasn't ready, but hey, you might be good, as they say, good and ready. You may be good and ready to quit your job, right? I would suggest, however, you read Robert Kiyosaki's book before you quit your job. I would definitely suggest that book. If you are already in the mindset that that's what you're going to do, go ahead and purchase that book before you quit your job, right? By Robert Kiyosaki. He's also the #1 best-selling author of the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And so where the movement, what multimillionaires are doing right now is they have a dual investment in the new digital money and in commodities, right? And in commodities, because if you can see everything up to this point, from China to Putin to Russia, is about oil, it's about OPEC, it's about the reduction of crude oil, right? Uh, Output, we're at a reduction of 1.3 million barrels a day. You see the diesel prices right now is greatly reduced, but that's because unfortunately it's not much shipping going on, right? Amazon is laying off, tech companies are laying off. You got artificial intelligence, AI. Walmart announced in an article I was reading today that by 2026 they want to be fully automated. And so, as a member, as well as the Living a Legacy program, you can also get access and grow your money in these cryptocurrencies that's linked to commodities, things that we use on a daily basis, things that the global economy right now is fighting and at war about, and will be at war about, right? Things that you're going to see increase petroleum gas at the gas pump. And people, my question to you is, your money is going to make someone rich and wealthy. The question is who? Who will it be? Who will it be? Right? Who will it be? Because people, let me say this. The Living Your Legacy program, and I know I'm showing something else on my screen, but you need to improve your network, because your net worth is determined by your network, or it will determine your network. And people, there's some places that you go in life financially where you need friends and not funds. You need to get an expansion of your network and to be around people and to have access to larger rooms where people are not just preaching to you about money and promising you money, but they're actually walking in it. They are real live examples where they're not taking your money and telling you this is going to make you rich. No, they're showing you the exact blueprint of what's going to make you rich in return. So these are the crypto commodities. Let me break these down real quick. We have black gold, also known as Texas tea, crude oil up 6% today. Um, Crude oil is not going anywhere. In fact, because of supply and demand, this is going to be much higher in the future, right? You have to make fertilizer people with crude oil just for the food that we eat and consume. You have digital link gold. This is not backed by gold. It is actually linked to gold. And I've taught many times that gold and silver will be used to reset the currency system. In fact, gold and silver is God's money. My mentor said this: it makes no sense to have 100% of government's money, which is cash, and 0% of God's money. Because as the debt ceiling is climbing in the United States, and next month, they have to make a decision June 1st whether they're going to raise the debt ceiling. This is why central banks, and this is why these bank failures are happening at a rapid pace. And this is why central banks and banks are hoarding gold. Because in the Constitution is real money, and the person that has the gold has the financial power because they have the real money, not this fake money that they're in cash, monopoly money, that's causing inflation and taxes to rise. You also have the utility token that connects all of these commodity coins, crypto coins. DET is called Decentralized Eco-Friendly Blockchain Technology acronym. This is in comparison to a BNB coin and Ethereum. People, is under $10 right now. You got natural gas that's up 11.6%. Let me pause right there on natural gas. It is a new project that they have that will be ready by December 22nd. That natural gas will be used to mine Bitcoin in a very eco-friendly way, where it's not causing high electrical bills and air pollution, right? And I saw this article, and this is what these commodities allow you to do. Charlie Munger received $70,000 a year for a $1,000 purchase he made over 60 years ago. People, there are some of these cryptos, because what you are in essence doing is you are making a purchase of digital software. It's like purchasing an ATM machine that gives you infinite cash, perpetuity, income producing, continuity, right? Crypto cash flow. 24/7, even when you're asleep, or maybe you're at work on your feet, or maybe you're on the beach, or unfortunately, you may be in the hospital. I'm just being real with you. It's been times where I've been in the hospital and my digital software crypto license is still making money for me. And Warren Buffett, his right-hand man, has made over 1 million from oil. I just showed you a cryptocurrency, black gold, that's backed by oil, that also give you royalty. So this is what you need to know. You need to know language, financial literacy, like royalty income, like perpetuity cash flow. Like, what is a cryptocurrency? What is digital money? Right? Income producing assets. So Buffett's father, see, these are generational wealth tools that are passed on. These are things that the rich and wealthy do differently than the poor and middle class. Buffett's father also bought oil royalties and still receive monthly checks. I have some people that's on, I don't know if they still on, like Miss Howard and Miss Weeks. They have their money on autopilot. They have purchased these licenses, and In most instances, more than just one. Perpetuity income, continuity cash flow. They made investments 60 years ago. 60 years ago. And $1,000. So there are investments you can make one time and it will create lifetime income for you in royalties. Still receiving monthly checks. Charlie Munger rakes in $70,000 a year from a $1,000 investment made 6 decades ago. People, that's passing on generational wealth to your children's children. A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Notice that the Bible did not say to his children. It said to his children's children's. Some of you are like Miss Diggs. I don't think she's on. She had her daughter last night. Right? And her son purchasing these digital softwares with her. The Bible didn't say you leave it to your children, say your children's children. You should be looking out for the next generation, for your great grands or great nieces or great nephews. So Warren Buffett's royalties from this partner disclosed initial cost of all royalties. You try to tell some people that $1,000 investment can create them lifetime income. They say, oh, that's hard to believe. Yeah, it's hard for you to believe because of your mindset. Because of your mindset, your mentality. Because you don't know this is what the rich and wealthy do. We also have commercial real estate backed by crypto. These are real world assets, things that people are using or utilizing on a daily basis. Up 91%. We have beverage. This is marked by the beverage industry. We've been on the site. It's in Mississippi, on the coast area of Mississippi, from tea to coffee to wines and spirits, carbonated beer, to water, to energy drink, to rainwater, right? Some of these are at 0.20 decimal points. Some, like natural gas, is at 3. That you can get in at the very foundational stage with pennies on the dollar. So your future potential growth is much higher when you get in at these entry points at a very low entry point level. You have drip. Drip is just providing healthy water, especially for those in third world countries. And, you know, like Mississippi had a water issue, water crisis. Flint, Michigan, Kentucky. This is up 10% today. And this is the liquidity part of it. This is my total portfolio value. And this is just these crypto commodities. This is not my traditional Bitcoin and Ethereum portfolio that I'm showing you now. Right? I've been in since Thanksgiving of last year of 2022. So I'm very happy with what my portfolio looks like. The value of it, projected value of it looks like just months apart. And so this is the mining balance. This means that I am making perpetuity, cash flow, crypto rewards every day, 24/7, while I'm awake, while I'm live streaming, while I'm asleep. That's my 10000, my 11 number. And so I'm logging off, but I just really want to come live and tell people it's a mindset thing. When you shift your mindset, you can shift your income, you can shift your money. The same energy that it takes to ask God to increase your finances and another job. You have to have a positive mindset. You have to have positive words. I told you I was going to show you all this video. So it's a 5-minute clip. I'm going to make good on my promise. The power of positive environments, positive thinking, positive words, and surrounding yourself around positive people. So make sure that you invest in that living a legacy. 11 people, and put it in alignment with Deuteronomy 1:11. It's a 90-day millionaire course. And I do have my own special gift that I'm giving everyone that's connected with me once they show me that they are enrolled in that program. It's a Millionaire Mindset t-shirt and hoodie. So if you with me and IS Global, just let me know, and we'll make arrangements to get those shipped. But right now, I still have the design underway, so it may be a couple of weeks, but it should be um, within 2 weeks. Just give me your size and things like that. The Millionaire Mindset, right? So let's listen in on this real quick.
Of photographs of the work of Japanese researcher Mr. Masaru Emoto from his book, The Message from Water. Mr. Emoto's work provides factual evidence that human vibrational energy, thoughts, words, ideas, and music affect the molecular structure of water. Please remember that water comprises over 70% of a mature human body and covers the same amount on our planet. Water is the very source of all life. This photo shows the beautifully formed geometric design of the Yushi Spring water. This next photo is from the Shimanto River, the last clean spring in Japan. Notice the extraordinary geometric forms. The fact that the molecular structure of water can be affected by our consciousness, our intent, and our sounds is extremely important. This photo is from the Mount Cook Glacier in New Zealand. Mr. Emoto has been visually documenting these molecular changes in water by means of his photographic techniques. He freezes droplets of water, then examines them under a dark field microscope that has photographic capabilities. His work clearly demonstrates the diversity of the molecular structure of water and the effects of the environment upon the structure of the water. This photo is from the fountain in Lourdes, France. This photo is from contaminated water from the Yodo River in Japan. In the river in Japan. This photo is from Canton in Lourdes, France. This photo is from the fountain in Lourdes, France. This photo is from contaminated water from the Yodo River in Japan.
Are you all seeing the different picture images, based off a positive water site from a polluted water site? Like, are you seeing the difference? So just think about the difference in the pollution of the friends that you have, your company you surround yourself with, your words, right? How that affects your own body, your inner image, your actions subconsciously, your health, right? Even your health. Disease means a dis-ease in the body.
In this photo, we can compare the contaminated water with clean stream water. Look at the difference. Mr. Emoto decided to see what effects music would have upon the structure of water. He placed distilled water between two speakers for several hours while playing different music and then photographing the crystals that formed after the water was frozen. This photo is of water being exposed to Beethoven's Pastorale. This photo is the effect of Bach's Air for the G string on the water. This photo is water exposed to Chopin's Farewell Song. This next photo is water being exposed and affected to music that was designed for healing. This photo is of water being exposed to the Kawachi folk dance. This photo shows the effect of heavy metal music upon the water. Here now we can compare the effects of healing versus heavy metal music, and what happens to the water molecules. Mr. Emoto decided to see how thoughts and words affected the formation of untreated distilled water crystals by typing words onto paper and then taping this paper onto glass bottles overnight. This photo shows the effects of the words, "thank you." This next photo shows the effects of the words, "love" and "appreciation." This photo shows the effects of the words, "you make me sick, I will kill you."
Okay, I'm going to end the video on that one, right? Look at the difference of the pictures, right? You make me sick. I kill you on this side. The words, I love you, right? That's why.
This photo shows the effects of the words, "you make me sick, I will kill you." And here we can compare the effects of "thank you" with the "you make me sick, I will kill you."
Versus the one that you thank you. You know, I'm very sensitive of how you speak to people, but especially kids. Right. Speaking how you speak with kids, you know, or you cursing them out, you telling them you make me sick. I should have never had you. I'm tired of you, you know. And I sometimes parents probably out of frustration will say I'm tired of you, but you don't need to make that a habit. Maybe in reference to a behavior, but you know what speaking ill does, and you don't speak positive, and you wonder why the behavior, whether it's your behavior, your children's behavior, anybody's behavior, is what it is. So this is just documented evidence of the power of words through pictures and water. Water has its own frequency and healing. That's why if you go by the beach or any waters, there's a different frequency. There's a different mood. Um, I take advantage to always pray and meditate when I'm by waters, or ocean, or whatever, specifically oceans, right? So again, you want the Living Legacy Program, 1111 Millionaire Mindset. Text LL right now to 331-444 5556. You are what happens your mind happens in time. You have to develop your millionaire mindset. Also, do not forget my book, My Millionaire Notes, is on Amazon. My Millionaire Notes, 111 Millionaire Notes, to also give you some knowledge and information. And the kids' book is also on Amazon, Crypto Chris Profits, a story of Crypto Chris and his friends as he learns about cryptocurrency and NFTs as well, people. And so um, I also know that divine love um, and substance and it prospers in your financial affairs, makes you financially independent. Also, your actions. So in every day, every way, you are growing more financially prosperous now. Just make sure your actions are in alignment with your affirmations, right? Make sure your actions are in alignment with your affirmations. All right, you all have a great night. Queen out. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow me on YouTube. And you like and subscribe